We are back with end of the year reflection questions, and I am painting pupils pupils on animals on this project that I'm working on. So I will do that while I answer the question. And today's question is, I gotta read it. Today's question is, what is something that you left unfinished that you'd like to continue to pursue in the year ahead? What is something that you left unfinished? Well, I have two things, I think. One is life related, and one is art related. So the life related thing, when I had my annual wellness exam, which I don't do every year, and now I'm kind of thinking I should, but that's probably a whole other issue. They asked me if I had an end of life, like all the paperwork that you need for like, I don't know, if you have a medical issue and you're not responsive, who will make your medical decisions, all those things. And all of that paperwork I haven't done. And it just made me think like I need to do that paperwork. And so, yeah, that is a thing that's been on my mind for a while that I'd like to get done this next year. That's unfinished. Or not even started, to be honest. I mean, that's not true. I have some of the paperwork, but I haven't filled it all out. And I don't think it's necessarily that, like, I'm afraid of death or, that's not really it. It's just that life happens, and then I'm not really thinking about that. Like there's other things like that are more pressing. And so I think it's that. I think that I let a lot of, life things sort of take precedent, which makes sense. They're the things that are right in front of you. But this next year, I'd like to get that paperwork done so that my family doesn't have to make those decisions. When they're stressed, it's fine to make those decisions, and they're capable, and I know they would do the right thing. It's just my daughter and my husband, and I do believe they would do the right thing, but they would be stressed, and I don't know. I don't think they need that kind of stress in their life during a stressful time. So anyway, I would like to get that paperwork done. And then as a art-related thing, I have some unfinished paintings. In fact, let me go grab one, and then you can see what I mean. I have some unfinished paintings. Hold on. Maybe you can see this. This is an unfinished painting. This is an unfinished painting. And I would like to finish this painting, and I would like to continue doing these paintings. These are great. These are so fun. And I don't know why I stopped. I just stopped. Literally just was I stopped. So art related, I would like to complete this and maybe make some more. And so that's on my mind too. I'll just keep it out here. I get bored sometimes. I don't know, in your art practice, if you get bored, I get bored sometimes, and I'm like, oh, I don't want to do that anymore. And so I think that's what happened with those paintings. They're very, there's a lot going on. And so it feels like a lot to do. Anyway, but I would like to finish that. So the two things, end of life stuff and finish my art, finish it, actually have it completed. That would feel great, I think. So what about you? What did you leave unfinished that you would like to complete? I will say this. I think it is okay to abandon things. So it is okay to start something and then you don't complete it, I don't think that's a problem. I think that it's like a learning thing. You realize, oh, that's not for me. Stop doing that thing. So it's fine that not everything gets completed, not everything gets finished. That's fine. But some of the things we don't do or we don't take to the end because it's uncomfortable, life gets in the way. We don't want to push ourselves further in that way. I think that happens. And so, yeah, I have two sides of it. One, I think it's totally okay to have unfinished things, but also, why are they unfinished? That's a thing to think about. So what about you? What do you think? What did you leave unfinished? What are you happy you didn't finish? I mean, that might be it too. Like, what are you happy that you didn't finish? But what would you like to carry on and maybe check that box next year? Yeah, it's a good question. Yeah, it's a really good question. Anyway, yeah. So thanks for following along. I wanted to say, so many of you have like commented or following along or answering in the comments, and I just really appreciate that. And yeah, it's been fun. This has been fun so far. I mean, we're not very far along in this this Vlogmas time, but so far so good. So I'll see you tomorrow.